Good morning, students. How are you doing today? Miss Chammy wanted me to do something by myself. Have you ever done something by yourself and you're afraid to do it because you think you might make a mistake? Well, that's where I feel right now. I feel like I might not do this real well. I'm going to try my best anyways, just like I hope all of you do with everything you do. She also wanted me to remind you that you watch this video and it's worth 75 cents in your class. So let's get back to this. This is our third video now. We're talking about music, and we're talking about how music relates to everything in our lives, because it does. I listen to music every day, whether I want to or not. If I listen to the radio and I hear a commercial, guess what? There's music in the commercial. If I watch a show, they use music to make you feel a certain way before it gets to that part of the show. Scary music, or happy music where it's fast, or sad music where it's slow, like we did last week. I have some friends with me today, and they're a family just like we are. And they're three different instruments, and I'm looking at them right now. They'd actually like to talk to you, so they're going to ask me to get them to talk for you. Let me show you what they look like. I'm going to turn my camera around here, and I can do this. Let me flip this around. The first little one here is called remember this? It starts with a V. It's called the violin. This one's a different color. It's kind of real pretty blonde color, like my hair. This one here, oh, it's bigger. I gotta stand further back. It's called the viola. See this size difference? It's taller. So remember, if it's taller, it has probably a high voice or a lower voice. You're right, a low voice. Check this one out. Here's my new friend. Oh, look how big he is. Or she, I don't know what it is. I haven't given her a name yet. Anyways, this is called a cello. Can you say cello? Look how long that is. Compared to this, That's like Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. But they're all just right wherever they're at. Unlike Goldilocks, they're all just right the way they are. I like to go through and play some of these for you. I'm going to flip my camera around again. I'm back. Okay, so I'm going to play a song that we all know. We've already learned this one. You've learned it all along the way. Remember what it was called, Twinkle Twinkle, the ABC song? Let's play one on each instrument, and you tell me if you can hear the difference between high and low sound. All right, let's do my violin. This is my buddy here. This is one I play almost all the time. Here we go. You ready? Violin. Now let's try the next one. Oh my, guess it's bigger. I gotta use a different bow. Oh, we'll talk about the bows in a minute. What this is the voice. Just like when you talk, this is the voice for the violin. If I don't use it, remember, it doesn't say anything. If I use, there we go. You ready? Let's try this one. Here we go. Isn't that a beautiful sound? That's the viola. Remember, look at the size difference again. Look at how big this one is. See, look how bigger. This one's much bigger, so it has a lower voice. It sounds more like a boy. Let's bring my new friend in here, the cello. Let's see what you think about this one. Oh my gosh, this thing's big. Look at this. Oh, it's almost as big as I am. But nothing's that big. Okay. I have this little thing right here at the bottom where I have to put it in the ground. It sticks in the ground so it doesn't move around because it's so big. Ready? Let's give this a try. Okay. Tell me this has got a whole different voice on it. Now, I had to practice this because I haven't played my cello in a while. In fact, I'm going to raise it up a little more. There we go. Oh, here we go. Isn't that beautiful? What a beautiful sound it makes. And I like all of them. That's what makes it hard for me because I like to play them all. But I can't play them all at the same time. I'm going to show you something else too. Because I can do it. Well, I'm going to flip the camera out, stop this, and start. These are called the bows. You saw me pull that across the strings and I got a beautiful sound out of it. But do you notice something about these? This one is smaller than this one. Here's the biggest one of all. Look how big that is. Big. This one's next biggest, and this is smallest. So just like the violin, violoncello, the small one I use for the violin, this one I use with the viola, and this big one I use with the cello. Because it takes more to move it. All right. So, let me flip the camera back. Oh, good. Now, let's talk. Do you have one that you like the best? Do you like the low one? The middle one? Or the real high one? That's my favorite. This is the one I grew up with. This is the one I grew up with, and I love the violin. I love the other instruments too. This is my baby. So maybe you have a one that you like the best. There's actually one that's bigger than all of these, and I'm going to bring that next week. It's called the bass. It's real big. You have to stand up to play it. And it has a beautiful voice too. But you know, I like all these instruments because when they're played together, in what they call it an orchestra, they all play together. You seen Star Wars? That's an orchestra. When you hear the music, it's a violin, it's a viola, it's a cello, and trumpets. It's a whole bunch of instruments all playing together. But when they play together, they get along. They get along and make a beautiful sound. And when I'm in my classroom, that's what I like to see too. I love to see everybody getting along and being able to talk. Each one has their own instrument, violin, or a viola voice, or a cello. And sometimes you get somebody who has a real low voice, like a bass. But they all get along. Because when you have, what do you call fighting or don't get along with someone, it doesn't sound very good, does it? And it doesn't make you feel good. Music makes me feel so good that I'm going to do it the rest of my life. I love music. Because when I get sad or happy, I can take on a violin, I can play it, or I can put music on and listen to it like we do, you know, Beyonce and all these other singers. I love all their music they make. Matter of fact, I'm going to go pick my music up off the table here. And while I'm going over there, I can show you my beautiful yard because I'm outside today and it's a beautiful day outside. See my garden, I just did my, I'm here all by myself in this yard. I'm back with my music. Now if the wind doesn't blow it away. Music has a lot of a lot of real important things. Sometimes it tells you what it's going to say just by the way it's played. Like this one here, it's called Red Hots. What do you think it might be, fast or slow? Okay, I want you to imagine, have you ever gotten out of your car with your bare feet in a hot summer day and you jump down and you step on that hot concrete and it sounds like this? Imagine jumping on. Yeah, imagine red hots when you get a mouthful of chili peppers or step on something hot. You let go of it and get away from it. Sometimes they just tell you the way they feel by the way it sounds. Here's another one. I found this one here. I'm going to play this one for you. It's actually, it was written by a guy who just recently passed away. Passed away means he's not with us anymore. He's let me make my camera here better. But he wrote a song, and he wrote a song that kind of makes you feel a certain way. I'll tell you whose name is after I play it for you. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it sounds kind of sad, doesn't it? Well, guess what? It says there ain't no sunshine. Well, okay, I hear the word ain't no sunshine. It means it's probably kind of dark outside. But he's writing about someone who left. He lost a girlfriend. We lose girlfriends sometimes, or boyfriends, right? And we feel sad. And so he wrote it down, and guess what? Long after he's already gone, he left this beautiful music for us to listen to. Because sometimes we can listen to it when we feel sad and know someone was just like us. Okay, sometimes music will do this for you. It'll try to sound like something. It'll try to paint a picture in your mind. What do you think about this one? His name was Saint Saëns. He's French. You have to kind of talk through your nose. Saint Saëns. Anyways, and he wrote a series is called the Animal Carnival of the Animals, because animals all do different things. And so when you hear the song, he wrote these songs that made you could close your eyes and picture it. This one's called The Swan. Oh, swan's a bird, isn't it? A big bird. Not like Sesame Street, but a big bird that when it's in the water, it just kind of. You see the way that feels? Just very calm. You can picture this swan going through the water. Let me play this for you. You're gliding along. Here we go, gliding. feel it? Can you feel the bird just kind of going across the water real slowly? Like I say, music is so important for us. See, animals don't do music. They don't talk through music. We not only talk, we can talk through songs. And just like when we talk, we can make people feel a certain way with our voice, the way we sing, or the way we just talk to them. If I talk to you all the time like this, you probably don't think I'm a very nice person. But if I'm like this, where I have respect, that means wanting to listen to you also, not scare you, then we can listen to each other and we have our instruments all playing together. The viola, the violin, and the cello, and the bass, which you'll see next week. This has been a real blast, and I'm not so scared anymore today, Miss Chammy. I think it went okay. I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.